welcome back to my channel. So for tonight's video, we are turning myself into a glamorous pumpkin. So I have done a pumpkin on my channel already. I did it in 2018, so I did it a long time ago, and I kind of wanted to just redo it and see if I've gotten better at all, although I have not been practicing body painting, so I don't know if I've actually gotten better at all at it or what this is going to turn out to be. So this is a collaboration video with my friend Laura here on the platform. So I will link her video down below for you guys in the description box, and I will also link her channel up in the eye for you guys, so you guys can go check out Laura's channel. You can go subscribe to Laura. You guys can go show Laura some love because she does amazing videos. She does the most awesome body paints. She's really talented when it comes to makeup, and honestly, she's just a really awesome person. We also shared the same birthday, so we're both Aquariuses, and we actually get along really well. So shout out to Laura. Thank you so much for collaborating with me, and 2 of my light bulbs burnt out. What the f? Anyway. So tonight's video we're going to be doing a pumpkin. So we actually had the same inspiration photo that we wanted to do, and it's kind of funny because like it wasn't planned that way. She did her video first and then showed me the photo that she used as inspo, and I started laughing because I was like, I have that saved on my phone. So this is the photo that I want to use, and this is by the Instagrammer Imogenhearts. She's really talented, and I will link her Instagram down below so you guys can go check her out. She has amazing freaking photos on all over her channel, or all over her Instagram, and I'm definitely really excited to try to recreate this. Because the black of the pumpkin eyes goes up high enough to my eyebrows, I don't actually have to do my eyebrows, so that's a plus because I freaking hate doing my eyebrows, and that's fun. I think maybe the first thing I should do is probably throw on some lashes. So I'm gonna quickly go ahead and just grab some lashes, throw some lashes on, and then we can get into doing all of the face paint. So I just had to quickly go and grab them. So I'm using my Urban Pop lashes, and I have the Glam Kit. So this is the, does it say? Usually it says that it's the Glam Lash Kit, and it usually tells me, there's the Glam Lash Kit right there, and it usually tells me what lashes that I got, but it doesn't actually tell me this time, so I'm not sure if these are the Bewitched ones or if they're the L'Amour ones, but I have the Bewitched and the L'Amour ones, so I'm using the ones that were at the top. I'm assuming that is the Bewitched because that's how they came previously. I always use these lashes, so if you ever are on the market to pick up some lashes, you can use my code. My code is down in the description box below. You guys can save some money. I'm making way too much noise while I'm talking, but I'm trying to freaking find my lash glue. I don't make any money when you guys use that code. It's just a code so to help you guys save some money on lashes, and I really like the lashes. They're the lashes I use in every single video. They are my favorite. Alright, so I just threw my lashes on really quickly. So usually I would go in to outline things with a white pencil, but my jumbo pencil from NYX is pretty much at the end of it, and it's going to be pretty hard to be pretty precise with it. And the NYX store in West Edmonton Mall closed down, so that's cool. So I'm gonna go in with my eyebrow pencil just in the shade Blonde, just because that if I make a mistake, it is a light enough color that I can just erase it. I don't want to go in outlining with black just because that would be too hard if I make a mistake, and I just don't want to deal with that. So I'm just gonna quickly go ahead and kind of outline where I want the pumpkin to go. So because I'm going to be using body paints, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I am going to prime my face with the No Problem Primer in the Prime Essence, and I'm just going to pour that all over my face really quickly. And then I'm going to go in with my pencil, and I'm just going to kind of outline similar to what she has. She kind of has it like going pointing at the top. Something like that. Like she kind of has it like pointing out at the top to almost like eyelashes. I'm not really gonna do the eyelashes part. I think I'm just gonna leave it so that's kind of like a cat wing at the top. We'll see. And then she has 3 triangles on each side. Then of course, if you make a mistake, you can always just retouch it up later. So something like that. All right. And then she just has like a little spot on her nose where she paints black. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in just a little bit so you guys can kind of see the gist of what I've done. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna paint my entire face with the orange. So I am using the Mehron Paradise Paint makeup. So this is face and body makeup, and it's liquid activated paint. And it smells like a pina colada, and I freaking love it. And then I'm gonna be using my Made You Look brush set. I'm not a body painter. I'm not even remotely good at doing this kind of stuff. So this is an experiment to see if we can even do this. I haven't done a pumpkin in a really long time. It's literally been 2 years since I've even remotely attempted this. So let's see if I kind of remember how to do it. I know with this specific paint, the more water you use, the more like opaque it is. So I'm just trying to dry off my brush a little bit just because I know that that's going to be way too thin of a color. And I'm just going to go ahead and go in and paint my face. And depending on how far you want the pumpkin to go down, you can bring it all the way down to your clothing, you can do it onto your arms, you can do basically anything you want. I'm just gonna leave it here for now, and I'll probably fill in the rest of like the area around my shirt later, just in case I'm going to be taking photos that will be a little bit further away, just so that it's not breaking the illusion. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with my black Mehron paint, and I'm going to fill in the eye holes and my diamonds that I created. This is where you can fill in, so let's say you went in with a little bit too much of the orange in the areas that you were outlining. This is where you can go in and make it a little bit more precise. I'm terrible at line work, so I'm really hoping that this works out and it doesn't look awful. I really like the Mehron makeup though. Their paint is really great, so highly recommend them if you've never tried them before. So I'm not going to go fully onto my lid just because I know that it probably will get a little bit oily and creasy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the lid portion not covered in paint, and I'm just going to go in with some eyeshadow once we are at the end or at that point. So I'm going to quickly go ahead and fill in this eye, and I will be right back. Alright, so I sufficiently kind of look like a superhero now. I kind of like how it arches out at the tips. It kind of looks like eyelashes almost. I think it's really cute. So I'm going to go ahead and do my diamonds now. So that took a while actually. That probably took me about 10 minutes to do because I was trying to be as precise as possible, and like it's not perfect, but again, I'm not a body painter and I don't do this for a living. Well, I guess I kind of do, but I'm not a professional. I'm not a makeup artist either, so please don't come for me if you don't like this because I'm trying my best. Doing this part is actually really hard. Alright, so you guys kind of get the gist of what I did, and then I'm going to leave the mouth just with some black lipstick because that's what she did. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill in this part. I'm doing a lot of stuff off camera just because I really don't want to bore you guys to death with just like me filling it in on like super speed. So you guys get the point. I'm just going to be filling this in with some black paint, and then once it's done I will be right back and then we can do the lips. Alright, change of plans. As you can see, I clearly took off the diamonds. I did not like them. I found it too hard to figure out where the placement of the diamond needed to go on that side of my face when I really couldn't see that side of my face in the mirror that well. So I just quickly took it off just using some makeup remover, and I just repainted my face orange. So I was just gonna leave it my natural skin tone in those areas and then just outline it again, but I decided that it would be easier just to go in with some orange and let me have a base first. So here's hoping we can figure this out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go in and do like jagged pumpkin, similar to what I did in my last tutorial, I think, of the pumpkin. But again, it's been so long So let's see if I can do this.
Come on, baby, you should take my hand. I got bottles, I got booze. Roll the dice, you'll never lose. Come on, baby, you should take my hand.
I think that's probably as best as I can do. If you're a body painter, kudos to you, because this shit is really hard. But like I said at the beginning of the video, this is just for fun, and I hope you guys are enjoying watching me try to figure out how to do a pumpkin. Because like I said, I literally haven't done any type of body painting or anything like this in forever. Alright, that took way too long, and you can tell on the side here it kind of got smudged in some areas, and I tried to fix it, and you know what, black face paint is just really hard to use. So this is as good as we're gonna get the melt to be. I think it looks pretty good. I'm not a body painter, like I said. So now we're gonna move on to doing the nose. So I'm just gonna quickly do just a little circle on my nose. We're just gonna go right here, and here, and here, and here, and here. Just make a little bit of a circle, sort of. Circle shape, sort of. I have like the least steady hands ever, so I don't know why I'm always wanting to do stuff like this. It's literally impossible for me to do anything with straight lines or detail lines. Like, I literally cannot. See? See? You can see? Like, I don't know why my hands just don't work. If I can do this and make it look kind of semi-decent, you can do it. Trust me. I am the worst body painter ever. And now I'm gonna try to fix that, and then I'm gonna fuck it all up again, more than likely. So to fix things, I've just been taking a little bit of the orange on a clean brush and just kind of fixing it. But as you can see, it kind of gets smudged a little bit because there was just black on this brush and it doesn't always come off. We're kind of making a spooky pumpkin anyway. It's not really glam anymore because I decided to go with a different direction. So now I'm gonna go clean up my desk and we're gonna get some eyeshadow and we're gonna do the definition and the lines and the stuff, the pumpkin lines. So I'm gonna need some brown eyeshadow and then I'll be right back. Alright, so now I'm gonna go in with some black and probably a little bit of yellow and just create some lines. So out of the 2 years that I've owned these paints, I've never used the brown one. So it's brand freaking new. I've used the yellow one though, for something. Probably the pumpkin. So I'm gonna go in with a small detail brush with some brown paint, and I'm gonna probably use more water than paint for this kind of step, just because I don't want the lines to be too intense. So I'm just gonna start drawing. I'll repeat all of the same steps on my neck area after I've done the top, but I'm just gonna do the top first.
I'm gonna eat the straw.
No, it's okay, thank you.
It's not that hot.
Okay.
I made it very creamy. I used some whipping cream.
Ooh.
And I whipped it first, and then I added coffee and sugar to it, and then put it on top. So it's creamy.
Wow, it's like we don't even need to go to Starbucks.
I know, right?
So now I'm just kind of playing around and making some of the lines darker and lighter and just like playing around with the amount of paint that I use that's on my brush, just so that you guys can see the lines, but they're not going to be too intense. And I'm also tapping them out a little bit. Now I'm also going to go in with some of the yellow, and I'm going to put it in places that would be, actually, you know what, I might go in with an eyeshadow. So I'm going to go in with my James Charles eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to go in with the yellow that's in it. So this bright yellow, I'm I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna add it to like where the high points that of my normal face would be, and see if we can just add a little bit more detail. You could do this again with paint, but I'm just gonna go in with some eyeshadow and tap it out. Just blend it into some of the areas so that it's not just so flat. And then I will go in with highlighter and all that fun stuff. But I'm just gonna add some more colors to my pumpkin. Now I'm going to go and do the same thing on all of the same lines that I just made with the brown. I'm just going to clean off my brush and I'm going to go in with some yellow and do the exact same thing and act as almost like a highlight. Going in with a little bit of the orange and cleaning up any of the lines that were just really messy, but like I said, I'm not a body painter. I'm just doing this for fun. I'm just going in with my bigger brush again and the orange and getting some of the water off my brush and just going down and painting the rest of me orange. So this is where I'm at now. I did take off some of the lines on my forehead just because I made them too dark and it looked kind of funny. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just draw some lines on right now, and then I'm pretty much done at my pumpkin. So using water activated paint is pretty forgiving. So if you do make mistakes like I did and you make your lines too dark or you end up not liking something, you can just go ahead and take it off easily with just some water. So I'm just redoing some of the lines on my forehead and adding some more details, and then I'm gonna throw on my wig and we'll basically be done the pumpkin. The only thing left that I really need to do is I need to put the black eyeshadow on my eyes, which will take like 2 seconds. So I've just been mixing between yellow, brown, and orange just to make these lines. I like the lines on my neck a little bit more than the ones on my forehead just because they're a little bit more squiggly and it makes it look a little bit more almost evil looking. I just don't like this middle line. Can't get it the way that I want it to be. I've just been constantly removing it and trying to figure out the best placement for my forehead. This tutorial was very all over the place. It was less of a tutorial and more of me just trying to figure out how to make a pumpkin that I liked. And it turns out it's very hard. You could also go ahead and do your lines on your forehead with eyeshadow. That might be a little bit easier if you're a perfectionist like me and you're not that great at painting, because I suck at painting and that is probably why I'm running into the problems that I'm running into, because I just really don't have the technique down for painting. So you could have easily just did the face paint on your eyes if you don't have really creasy eyelids. I'm just going in with the black from the James Charles palette and I'm just covering my eye in a black eyeshadow just so that I know that my eyelids aren't going to crease and be super gross. This also helps set the eyelid paint. All right, so this is the pumpkin. I need to throw on some contacts and I need to throw on my wig, so I will be right back. All right, so this is what it looks like once it is all complete. I just popped in some contacts from the brand Primal. I actually have never really looked into this brand other than knowing that they're Canadian and I can get them at my local costume store. So contacts are kind of iffy. There's a lot of controversy with them. A lot of people don't think that you should be putting contacts into your eyes that aren't actually made for you, like if they're not your prescription, if they're not actual contacts made for the size of your eye. They say don't use them. So I mean, putting contacts in, fashion contacts like this, is something that you do at your own risk. I'm not going to tell anybody that they need to run out and pick up contacts or really anything of that sort. I wear contacts, so that's me personally. I have no problem putting these in, but I know because these are fashion contacts and they are not ones that are actually made to fit my specific eye, they can scratch your eye. So be very careful. Other than that though, these contacts are really nice. They don't irritate me at all. They don't burn like other contacts have. Other contacts, when I put them in and I've been looking at my ring lights and my studio lights, have actually like been so unbearable that it burns my eyes, and it makes it very difficult to continue to do looks. But these ones don't upset my eyes at all. They don't make me feel any sort of way. They don't fit my eyes absolutely perfect, so you can still see the hazel, the browns of my eye when I have contacts like this in, but that can be easily fixed in Photoshop when I do take my photo. This crown I made a couple of years ago. I made it about 2 years ago. That is why it is kind of not really sitting properly on my head right now, and like you can kind of see the white underneath it. So again, something I'll probably have to just touch up in Photoshop. But I do think that this look turned out really cute. This wig is from Lush Wigs. If you guys are interested in picking it up, I will link it in the description box down below. I'm very excited. I haven't done a review on it yet. This is literally the first time that I've actually put it on. I just trimmed the lace off of it, so I do think that it's a really cute wig. It's a split right down the middle, orange and black wig, but I really don't want to have to figure out how to get this stupid crown to sit on my head again, so I'm not going to take it off. So this is the finished look. I know that this tutorial was kind of all over the place, and it wasn't really a tutorial. It was more of like, hey, I'm gonna turn myself into a pumpkin and you guys are gonna do it with me. And yeah, it was actually very difficult. It took me about 3 hours to do. So that might be a little bit pathetic considering there's a lot of body paint artists and makeup artists on the YouTube platform that could probably do this look in like 5 minutes. It took me 3 hours. But it is what it is. I think it turned out really great. I think it looks really cool, and I'm happy that I tried to do a pumpkin again. I do like the detail that I did on my chest, but I do think that it's good for me because I suck at body painting and I suck at things like this. So I'm excited for me. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below for more content like this, and I will see you guys at the next video. Bye! One more thing before I go. Highlight. Totally forgot to add highlight. So I'm adding highlight to all of my high points. And basically anywhere where I put the yellow, I'm gonna put a high point. And I'm going to make my whole face glittery. So, yeah, bye!
When you don't drink, people always need to know why, too. They're like, you don't drink? Why? This never happens with anything else. You don't use mayonnaise? Why? Are you addicted to mayonnaise?